Hey everyone, James Santiago here, and I had a kind of a cool experience the last few days playing through some solid state amps, and I usually do that when I'm just dialing in certain settings. That way I don't sort of burn my Marshall up, which this thing could possibly be on 8, 10, 12 hours a day if I just use any one of the tube amps every day for general stuff. So I've actually been using this little this 44 Magnum power amp, this little pedal sized guy. And one thing I found is that I can actually use Giggity to give me a fairly, vibey sound like I get from the Marshalls back end. So what I did was kind of complete some sounds that I was working on. I was going after some of the Andy Summers stuff. So right now I've got this little power amp in place of the Marshall. This is going the other room with my 57 on an eminent speaker. And that's what it sounds like. And it's kind of flat sounding. There's not a whole lot of vibe to it. There's no give, there's no compression, no EQ curves, other than just this little bright switch up, which is just the difference from this to this, So that's where I've left it. And what I've done is dialed in the sort of vibe that Andy Summers used to get with his the 70s era JMP rocker switch Marshalls, which was a little scoop mid-range thing and a little extra sparkle on top, not too much, and then a little grind with the loudness. So I go from this to this with Giggity. As opposed to this. So now I actually sound like I have a little bit of vibe coming out from the Now I can stack my actual signal path on top of it to finish off a sound like Walking on the Moon, which was a lot of it has to do with his Electro Harmonix Electric Mistress, which is a sound I've sort of copied into this Vortex. I'm using the tone print that came with it, which actually nails it really well. So let's put the Vortex on here for that gentle flange. Which the misconception is, Andy didn't use chorus a lot of times for this stuff, so it was that Electro Harmonix flanger sound. When you add in the one repeat he used to use, which is, and then to finish off the tone, again past the analog delay, is he used to use a little Dynacomp, which I'm using the little MXR Bass Compressor. So that gives me the classic Andy Summers sounds. And then that same setup, he would do a lot of his Lenny Burrow harp harmonics with, like in Can't Stand Losing You, that kind of thing,